Good evening, everyone. Gordon Causey, as always. And Candy, you don't want your treat? Come here. She's been acting a little skittish lately. I'm going to get to my jokes in a sec. Come here. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. Oh, give me your paw. Speak. Speak. Okay, come on up. There you go. There's Candy. Shouldn't show up much. Anyway, thank you for watching and continuing on with my jokes. Here's a new one, or a couple new ones. Italian jokes. The first one is about old Mr. Bensante. Old Mr. Bensante, he lives in this neighborhood and he has the most spectacular vegetable garden of anyone in the entire neighborhood. The biggest, juiciest, reddest tomatoes you've ever seen in your life. And he has a young neighbor, a young girl, a young lady by the name of Linda. And Linda comes up and says, Mr. Vincente, your tomatoes come out so big and juicy and they're so red. And I'm trying to grow tomatoes, but they're green and they're not ripening up. What's your secret? And old Mr. Vincente says, Linda, I tell you my secret. What I do every morning, I take off all of my clothes and I put on the bathrobe. Then I go out into the garden and I flash my tomatoes and I do a little dance and they get embarrassed and they turn a beautiful red. You try that, I promise you, 2 weeks, you have beautiful red tomatoes. So 2 weeks go by, they see each other again, and Mr. Vincente, seeing Linda, says, Linda, you do what I tell you? You take off all of your clothes, put on the bathrobe, flash the tomatoes and make them a juicy red, bright red. And Linda says, well, I've been doing it for 2 weeks, but they're still as green as ever. And he goes, really? They not get red? And she goes, no, but my cucumbers are doing amazing. I botched the punchline a little bit. Sorry about that. What's the other one? The other one's about Rocco. Rocco's this kid. He's getting married. And his old man comes up to him before the wedding. And he goes, son, I'm going to give us something to you that my papa give it to me. He's a papa give it to him. And he's a papa give it to him. Every married man needs one. And the kid Rocco's like, Pop, what do I need? I got a Lexus. I got a great stereo system. What do I need? And the old man reaches and he grabs this old shotgun. Well-oiled, well-maintained, beautiful antique firearm. He says, my papa give it to me. He's a papa give it to him. He's a papa give it to him. Every married man needs one. You would take, you are going to need. So to make the old man happy, Rocco takes the shotgun, gets married, goes on his honeymoon, gets back from the honeymoon, and the old man comes over to the house, and he's looking all over the house, trying to find the old shotgun he gave his son. Can't find it, and he says, son, what do you do with that shotgun that I give it to you because my papa give it to me, he's a papa give it to him, he's a papa give it to him. What do you do with it? And Rocco was like, hey, Pop, look, Maria didn't like having a gun in the house, and I'm not into guns, so I had to get rid of it. You got rid of that shotgun that my papa give it to me, he's a papa give it to him, he's a papa give it to him. What do you do with it? He said, Pop, relax. I don't need a shotgun. I don't shoot guns. So I took it to a pawn shop. And I traded it. I swapped it. I got myself a nice watch. Look, there's a Rolex. Look at a little bubble, little magnifier on the date there. This is a good-looking watch. I don't need no shotgun. This watch is prestigious. Makes me look good. And the old man, oh, Mr. Bigger Shot, eh? No need a shotgun. Fine, sure. My papa give it to me. He's a papa give it to him. He's a papa give it to him. But you no need. One day, you're going to come home early from work. You're going to find a Maria in the bed with some guy. What you going to do? Walk in and say, hey, buddy, it's the time for you to go. And those are my 2 Italian jokes. Thank you for watching. Thank you. I see I have 3 thumbs up already. If you want to subscribe to my channel for more jokes, you're most welcome. I also do videos expressing unacceptable views sometimes. And I'm going to be doing something along that line. Thanks, Sam Monarchy. I'm going to be talking on Wednesday about free speech and about the attack on free speech in Canada. We already have Bill 11, Bill C11, Bill C18. Now there's rumor Michelle Rempel Gardner, who's a conservative MP from Alberta. She has just put out a video, I think within the last 24 hours, talking about legislation that is strongly rumored to be coming down the pipe, perhaps as early as next week from the Trudeau Liberals, that would place further restrictions on free speech, and this against the backdrop of what's happening in the United States right now, where there's a Supreme Court ruling going on with respect to the degree to which online platforms like YouTube and Meta, Reddit, goodness knows, there's so many different platforms, but the degree to which they should be allowed to censor free speech. And we're moving into Orwellian times very much, but I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. I got to do some reading on this. I want to read up on what's happening in the United States. Apparently, this is a case that has been brought forward by the states of Texas and Florida, who are concerned that the Twitters, or X, Facebooks, YouTubes of the world, the Googles, that they are clamping down on conservative viewpoints. And Trudeau has said some rather disconcerting things with respect to the manner in which he wants to herd the population into only having access to his predetermined. He wants to decide what the facts are. And we've seen how dangerous this has been during the COVID era, when facts were withheld from Canadians. But that will be Wednesday night, probably in and around 10:30. Appreciate everyone watching this miserable, pathetic channel. I'm getting close to 600. I'm 590 something, which is unbelievable. A month ago, I was like 160 to 180. And hopefully my content is engaging, at least somewhat. People are subscribing. I hope you enjoy the jokes. I will have more. The next one coming up, probably before Wednesday. I might do it tomorrow. I'm going to tell a couple of Newfie jokes because I love Newfoundland. I've been to Rocky Harbor. I've been to St. John's. I took the ferry ride all the way from North Sydney, Cape Breton Island, and went to Port aux Basques, and then stayed at Rocky Harbor, went across and went to St. John's, and then we took the boat from Argentia. And if I ever goes back to Newfoundland, and I wants to go back, but if I ever goes back, I ain't taking that ferry. I'm going to fly. I'm going to fly into Deer something, Deer Lake, Deerfield, Deer something, and that's how I'll go. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. And I got to stop talking. I got to stop talking like an oofy. Got to get my own voice back. Good night, all, and God bless.